So, you guys, I have a really big announcement. I'm going to create my first tiny home, and I'm so excited. I was looking online for some different size utility sheds and wooden sheds and all of that, and I'm thinking, man, I would love to create a tiny home. And um, it just came to me that you have a shed, you can create a tiny home to get the feel of it, to see if it's something you really want to do. So ta-da, that's what I'm doing. And I've already ordered my flooring and checked out the different looks that may look good in it. And so this process begins. Flooring is on the way, but I have to get my siding up and my ceiling up and the insulation done and the plumbing done. I have so much, but I've ordered my flooring. So let's go on this ride together. See how it goes. So as I mentioned, I already bought, ordered my flooring. It is on the way. Let's take a look at this thing. So this shed has been just sitting in the backyard, and I was using it for storage, but I was debating on that really because I didn't know. I didn't know. So right now I'm renting a U-Haul room, and I figured, hey, if I use this for storage, I can cut that bill. That was an option. But then I had the bright idea, as you saw, heard me say earlier, to do a tiny house. So if nothing else fails or works or what have you, at least I'll try it. But in the meantime, I wanted to take a look and measure out what the possibilities were. And by doing that, I looked at several different online photos and videos about tiny home possibilities. There are so many creative people out in this world doing things with their tiny buildings, and they look absolutely amazing. So I got several ideas from just basically going online, trying to get a feel for how exactly I would do this. What I found was most of the ones I looked at, they were a bit more spacious than the one I have. I have a 16 by 10, so that's what I'm working with, basically 160 square feet. A lot of them were starting at 240 square feet. So that made a difference when you're choosing the layout. But it didn't stop me. I went online on different websites and home shopping stores and looked out the measurements of different items that I knew that I would need and want to put in the tiny home. And so that's what I did. And those measurements helped me out so much because I wanted it to be basic, but not as basic as just come sit in an office space. I wanted it to actually feel like someone's home. But as you can see, the first thing I needed to do was get somebody to clear out this space for me. And so that's what I did. After taking photos of all sides of the inside and outside, I got on the phone and started making phone calls about cleaning it out, how soon it could be done. You guys know when I get an idea, it's like all emergencies. And then I had seen all these beautiful tiny homes online too. So, yeah, it was definitely an emergency. But like I said, the guys that do these tiny homes, and I'm saying guys, but these are women and men both putting hard effort into their tiny living. And you really appreciate how they live once you see the videos. And there are some on wheels, there are some that are not on wheels, but whatever is best for you, hey, you can work with it. But if you decide to do a tiny home, Start by using that old shed in your backyard. Don't go out and buy anything new. Just rework what you have already and see if it's working for you. So as you see, the cleaning is on the way. I'm managing to get things clear and spaced out so I can really view what space I have. When you have a blank space to work with, it gives you more of an idea of really how much space, usable space, you'll have. And so the next morning, after it was clean, I got my coffee and I went back online and I got out and about in these stores to really put the measurements to what I saw in my clean space. And when I tell you, I haven't done anything yet. When I was purchasing and looking at these things, I went and really bought everything that I needed, that I thought I wanted to go into this tiny house. From the refrigerator, the kitchen is done. From the bathroom, it's done. Even my shelves, as you see here, done. I picked out what I wanted. And that's just me. I kind of work backwards, I guess, as for what some people would say. I want to see how my layout looks. I can vision it. I'm a visionary person, but I want to be able to have it tangibly in my hand so I can line it up and space it out and see what it should look like in the end. When I say I got everything, I got everything. Almost. Almost. I'm only missing two things, and that's the sofa and the shower. But the countertop, done. Counters, done. And I've even started to see what the paint will look like. I chose to do stain on my cabinets, and I was going to use this weathered gray stain for another cabinet, actually a shelf, because the bathroom cabinet that I chose is gray. So I'm going to try to paint, well, the idea was to try to paint the other shelf I bought gray to match that bathroom. But as you can see, I've kept that gray too long. Some stuff is just not meant to be kept so long. So I had to do something else. I had to improvise using spray paint I had on hand. And it actually turned out okay. So yeah, that gray stain I had, it didn't quite make it. Time to throw it away. I didn't want to paint it a thick color. I wanted to give it that stained look because that was the purpose. So I'm lightly spraying it with 3 different colors of spray paint to give me a grayish tone. So as you can see, I literally lay out everything. These will be the towels going in. That's the layout of what the kitchen should look like. But then, guys, I ran into a problem. As the siding was being, I'm sorry, not siding, the insulation was being put in, the insulator showed me some water stains on they were wet. We had just had rain, and so I was basically told, hey, the insulation don't need to go up on top of this. You got to get your roof fixed first. So that's where I stopped at today. And there's more to come. And of course, the next video will show from the roof, hopefully to the plumbing, hopefully to the completion. But until then, I welcome you to subscribe to my page, share it, like it. Thank you, guys. This is only the first step.